Ho, 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 hello, and welcome to the broadcast with Amanda, Shandy, and Colleen. It's the most wonderful episode of the year. My name is Colleen.
My name is Amanda.
And I'm Shandy.
Welcome, everybody. This is season 8, episode 22, episode 337, and we are here to talk about holiday movies. Woo!
Yay!
I have to say, if I'm being honest, it was a weird crop this year that was different than in years past.
Yeah. I was limited by everything that I've canceled, my subscription services, but it didn't really feel like, I don't know, like there was a lot of like good new stuff this year.
Yeah, the offerings were lacking.
Yeah,
I was still waiting. Pickens. I was waiting for my like big movie musical, and it didn't materialize. I could not find one, and I'm disappointed.
There were a decent amount on like Hulu, and I don't know. It wasn't like there wasn't like any big ones this year. Like last year, we had the Freddie Prinze Jr. one and the Lindsay Lohan one, and it just didn't seem to be anything like that this year. Maybe we missed something. I don't know. The big one that was in the theaters was that Silent Night movie that I didn't see because I heard a kid dies in the first scene. Ooh. So, and the father is avenging his kid's death. So it's like John Wick, but make it a child. And I was like, I don't think this one's for me. So,
yeah. But I would also, and like thinking about this now, like I wonder how much the strikes affected like the offers of like new holiday things.
I would believe. You know? I would definitely believe that.
Yeah. Sorry, finish your thought.
No, I was saying maybe they couldn't be in production in the summer when they normally would be. That's all.
Right, and like, you know, the story and the writing wasn't so great in a lot of these movies. So, you know,
which they're holiday movies.
They're holiday, yeah, fair.
But
fair
still,
point.
There's there are different tiers for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So before we get into that, though, just a quick reminder that next week on the 17th at 9:00, we'll be live on Zoom for our last show of the year. Come with your resolutions. We hope you'll join us, though. We hope you'll join us. I think it'll be fun. Because it's always
fun. 19th?
Is that the 19th? Is that the 19th?
Okay. Tuesday the number I had in my head, but.
Okay. What did I say? The 17th?
Yes, which is a Sunday.
Okay. Yeah. No, apologies. It's the 19th. On Tuesday the 19th, 9 p.m. Be here over Zoom. It'll be fun. I promise. We promise you a good time. I don't know if we're getting a movie trivia this year, though. Maybe we'll see. We'll have to reach out to Kayla and ask her if she's doing something or not. Yes, and if we do that, then it will be just as fun.
And if not, we'll think of something else fun to do.
Exactly.
Don't worry. Fun, again, is the word.
Fun is the word. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Truly, I love Christmas time. It's when you make lots and lots of plans. Our Europe plans have changed yet again. We're still doing Venice.
Okay.
We're still doing Venice, and we're still going to end up in Nuremberg, but we have decided to make some stops along the way to Nuremberg via train.
Okay.
Where?
To be determined, which I really need to get on that. See where the train goes that is within reason. But, I'm turning 40 and I want an adventure.
I love that. So backpacking is essentially, so you can hop off the train and hop back on, huh?
Sort of. Except we'll be staying in hotels.
Yes.
Or Airbnbs.
Well, yes. I meant more like the luggage situation is going to be a little later.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's going to have to be. But, I packed so much for Nuremberg last year, and I ended up wearing the same, 3 pairs of leggings and wool socks and warm undergarment stuff the whole time. I barely wore any of the other clothes that I brought.
Yeah.
So this year I'll have to be better prepared and at least realize that it's not like I'm going to get sweaty in the 30-degree weather, and it's okay as long as I change my underwear.
Yeah.
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 Words to
yeah. All right. Yeah. It's okay as long as you change your undies. That's my resolution.
Yeah. And your socks. And your socks.
And my socks.
Yeah.
Yeah. True. Anyway, okay, let's get into this movie talk. Let's just get right to it. Oh, actually, no, Amanda, we need to check in. Did you get a Christmas tree?
I did get a Christmas tree. It's lovely. It was under $100, so big win.
Nice.
Big win.
Wow, that's a big win, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a full-size tree, and it was under $100 in New York City. Like, I consider that like a holiday miracle.
Yeah, take that, inflation.
Yeah, take that.
Thanks, Biden.
Yeah, you know, she's got some holes, but like we worked that to our advantage.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because it's like you can hang bigger ornaments and like they're not like encumbered or their views are not blocked by branches.
Yeah,
Nice.
I like that.
Yeah, she's a pretty nice tree. According to a one Daniel Drake, it might be the nicest tree we've ever had. I don't know if I agree with that. I think it's a perfectly fine tree. But yeah, we have a tree. She's very thirsty, so healthy tree. It's great. It's great. We're very happy. Very happy with our tree.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. So, what Christmas movie do we want to talk about first? Do we want to just get the Hannah Waddington out of the way first, since it's the one that is not like the others, or what do we want to talk about?
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Hannah Waddington's Christmas, what is it? Home for the Holidays or whatever it was called?
You know, I didn't even write, that's the one I didn't write the title down for. It's just like, Hannah Waddington Christmas.
I think everybody knows what we mean. There's only one Hannah Waddington Christmas.
Yeah.
So, what did you guys think of it? It was, well, actually, let me just, to set it up, it's more of a variety musical show than an actual TV show.
Yes.
Something that was probably easily put together during a writer's strike.
Well, it's not on Netflix, so I didn't see it. So
yes.
I'm excited to hear how it was, though.
There's also a lot of it on her Instagram.
Oh,
so you can see a fair amount of it is floating around the social medias. So I think you could cobble enough of it together and
nice.
This is true.
Get at least a sense, a flavor of what it is.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, I liked it. It was cute. It was very vaudevillian.
Yeah.
Which
is what I think I liked about it.
What they were going for. It was very, very theatrical.
Yeah, like nostalgic without like being schmaltzy. Like I sort of like that she was a little like self-aware, I guess.
Yeah, I thought it was schmaltzy, but I also was fine with that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Any numbers stand out as a highlight to you? I mean, she's got such a beautiful voice.
I know. It's all. I just love to hear her sing. I really love the number she did with Leslie Odom Jr. I thought that was a really lovely example of both. Yeah, it was just like, it was really good for both of their voices. Like they just both sounded really great on it. Can't remember the song, but whatever. I just remember it being very good.
Well, you know, we watched it tonight, and I can't remember the song either.
Oh, great. Okay.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I like the bit with Nick Mulholland hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah, I really loved
very... Oops, sorry.
No, go ahead. I was speaking over you, so you please finish.
No. It was very Ted Lasso heavy. She said that there was something from Game of Thrones. Did I miss a Game of Thrones reference?
Oh, you're asking the wrong person.
Okay.
Even if there was one, I wouldn't have known unless she was wearing like that headdress thing. Like a dragon legitimately swooped across stage. I wouldn't know.
Yeah. But no, I liked it. It was very the 60s, 70s variety show feel to it. I liked it. And her outfits were all gorgeous.
Oh my God, she looked stunning. I actually really liked all the Ted Lasso cameos. I think that just sort of added to like the fun and the cheesiness of it. I really loved the little bit when she told the story about how her mom used to perform on that stage and like sitting there as like an 8-year-old girl, and then like her daughter was sitting in the audience as an 8-year-old girl.
Yeah.
I think did she sing "Oh Holy Night" or like some traditional carol she then
Oh
went
Holy
into?
Night she did, and it was beautiful. And that was when she was talking about her daughter being there.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was just like a really beautiful moment, and like in so much schmaltz, it was like a nice genuine
Yeah.
moment in amongst it all, and it paired really well. And I don't know, I personally very much enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did too. And at 45 minutes, it was a decent length too.
Yeah, it was great. It's like you can
Yeah.
put it on while you're wrapping presents. Like it doesn't ask, like you don't have to like be watching it. You can just kind of have it on in the background while you're doing other Christmassy things, which is always like a nice, which can be nice.
Yes. And I looked it up. The duet she sang with Leslie Odom Jr. was "Please Come Home for Christmas."
Ah, thank you.
And I forgot. Phil Dunster has a great voice too.
Yeah,
He
and
plays
could like bust a move too. Who
Jamie
knew?
Tart. Yeah.
Yeah, who knew?
Yeah. Then the whole bits with Brandon Hunt were funny too. Like,
Yeah.
I want to sing now. You let Phil sing. Yeah, that was all
Brandon
good.
Hunt, you don't even play the saxophone.
Yeah. And I said it was Nick Mohammed. I think I said his wrong last name before.
Mm.
But yeah. All right. I guess moving on. What do we want to talk about next? Shandy, you pick. Tell us one you watched and we'll talk about it.
I watched Best Christmas Ever.
The one
Oh,
with
boy.
Brandy and Heather Graham.
Oh,
I
boy.
watched that today too.
Oh boy.
The cast was pretty astounding. The movie was not good.
I liked it. I went
boy.
in there thinking that the bar was going to be really, really bad. It was going to be really, really bad. And I said it so low that I was like, this isn't that bad. I mean,
I just like some of the things that I hate about. So
okay, go ahead.
the
Go ahead.
story
You guys go.
itself, okay. And again, I know we're in Christmas movie territory. I hate when movies and TV shows rely on people communicating really poorly for
Mhm.
like driving the whole story. And that happens a lot in a lot of movies, and it happens a lot in this movie. And it's just like so annoying. It's one of the things, speaking of Ted Lasso, that's one of the things that I liked about it is they didn't use that fucking shtick,
Trope.
just like,
Yeah.
just talk. Good God. But yeah, like, I mean, even the premise, like the idea that they would end up at not her sister's house because she, like, at no point do you check.
Okay, that was
Right.
What
They're like,
was dumb?
I don't know
Like-
I don't know where I am.
Like, I
Must
know
be
she
going
said
in the
she
right
had a
direction.
I know she said she had a nice house, but yeah, there was a lot of suspension of disbelief that you had to apply in this one. And the fact that she fell off a balcony and didn't get hurt at all and nobody
Yeah.
heard her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. But yeah, I mean, Brandy did sing twice. That was cool.
Oh yeah, still sounds
Yeah.
good. I mean, it was ridiculous. I wouldn't rewatch it.
No.
But, like,
No. I barely wanted to finish it.
Yeah.
But it's like
See, it was only an. Go ahead.
the whole time. It was like I was wondering, it's like, I mean, these actors have been very good in other things.
Yes.
So are they only as good as the text and their director? Like, is it that? Like, how are all of these performers that we know to be talented? How is it come that they have all put in such terrible performances in this movie? Like, what has gone wrong? Is it the story? Is it the director? Like, what is it?
I mean, how did they sign up for that movie? Were they just trying to make a quick buck? I don't know.
Right. Was it a quick turnaround? So they were like cold reading every scene. Like, I need to know why the acting was so bad with this talented crop of actors.
But it's just, the story, it's not like they were working with the,
Right.
Right.
Good
So is it just like
story,
bad
so-
subject? Like,
I think it was just
bad
the
text?
story was dumb.
Yeah.
And you wanted to hate watch it after a while.
People gotta get paid. People gotta get paid.
So Brandy's little girl, the other thing is like, you can't be as smart as she was about like the stock exchange and like all of this like really
Oh yeah,
complicated
that was
shit
ridiculous.
and not put it together that Santa's, spoiler, not real. Like the fact that that was a question at all was just like, come on.
Yeah.
But you're still a kid, though. I mean, I know. I looked at that like for as smart as she was, at the end of the day, she still was just a kid.
I guess. And when they finally saw Santa flying through the air,
and they didn't recognize it was her mom's voice, his mom's voice,
right?
Or like take the binoculars and look just ever so slightly up to see that it was being pulled by the hot air balloon that your mother's been making. You know,
writer strike. This movie was clearly written by nepotism.
There was a lot of things that didn't make sense in that movie.
Yeah. I think I started watching it because of the cast and then got distracted and paused probably like 20 minutes in. And I don't think I would have finished it, except that I hadn't really watched many other holiday movies for the show. And also I was at the gym like 2 days in a row where I was like on the treadmill. I was like, oh, I could this is something I don't mind watching on my tiny, small, like phone screen, just to literally pass the time. And that's how I watched it. And I was happy with that.
So then follow-up question, is it a good movie to work out to at the gym?
Sure. I mean, but also I think
doesn't sound like it.
if you're trying to get something accomplished for our podcast, because that was mostly the satisfaction of like, check.
Okay.
Watched one.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would like recommend it beyond that, but you could try if you want.
All right. I'm trying to think of that first 2020 year that we did this. I don't think I watched a single damn bad movie.
Or you watched bad movies, but they were just your kind of bad. You just
that's exactly okay. That's
yeah. And I think the difference too is that in 2020 we hadn't really done this before.
Yeah, that's
and so we
also
had this
true.
plethora of like backlog. Now when I go through Netflix, it's like, oh, seen it. Castle for seen it. Prince, seen it.
Yeah.
So
okay. So on a scale
Vanessa
of
Hudgens
1,
didn't have a new movie. What the hell?
I know. She just got married too. I hope that doesn't
excuse. No excuse.
I know. Okay, so on a scale of 1 to Christmas Prince, where would we rate this?
God, why is Christmas Prince so much better?
I don't know, because it's so dumb. But you know it's dumb. You're going in there and you're being told it's a made-up
situation. They know it's dumb. You know?
Yeah, they know it's dumb too.
That's the difference. Yeah.
Come on, that whole scene with her having the baby like that was so ridiculous.
I should have watched those movies this year, given the lack of good new content. I should have just watched those movies.
You could still just go back and watch some in your free time while you're wrapping presents.
I think I will. I got to watch Spirited one more time before we cancel Apple TV. But then...
See, I have to watch Spirited for the first time because I haven't seen it yet, and I need to do we need to do our Die Hard watch where we make.
You've seen it before. You mean this new that you have to see it this year?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Like
I've seen it before. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no. Okay. No, and we have to do our Die Hard night where we make hot chocolate and put the peppermint schnapps in and put them in fun little Christmas mugs and watch Die Hard.
Nice.
That's fun. The end. Okay. Yeah. I didn't hate it, but I whatever. It was an hour and 20 minutes. I appreciated that it was short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also very ridiculous.
It felt long because I watched it in 3 sittings.
Oh my God. Yeah. I think if I were friends with Brandy's character in real life, like I would also want to punch her. How is it going to be that perfect?
Well, she did seem like genuinely nice. And also, I mean, like, it was pretty obvious pretty early on that her kid was dead. Spoiler alert. Sorry.
I don't think I was paying attention close enough. I was just like, something's not what it seems, because that's what this kind of movie is all about.
Yeah.
Also, if you're like really investigating whether somebody's life is as perfect as in their Christmas newsletter, you don't need the actual newsletter with you and like actually check things
cross-referencing.
Because I was like, I thought like, oh, Brandy's gonna find that checklist, which she did not, but
all right, yeah. I would say, guys, if you're looking for something mindless in the background and you want to laugh, put it on. If not, it's probably a skip.
Yeah.
All right, next movie. Candy Cane Lane, which I think I also liked a lot more than you guys did too.
I didn't actually end up watching this. I can't remember what it's on, but I don't think it's on Netflix.
Prime.
Amazon
Prime, which I do have. Damn it. Well,
you could still watch it.
Yeah.
Again.
It's like, it's really, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but again, it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was like spirited good, but it wasn't, and it wasn't like Christmas Prince fun bad.
Yeah,
It was like somewhere in the middle. It landed. Like you know what it is? It's sort of like what the hell is that movie? I love that movie with the Turbo Man, Arnold Schwarzenegger. We watch it every year. And in Sinbad. We got two.
Not Kindergarten Cop. No, that's not right.
Jingle All the Way. Jingle All the Way. We love that movie in this house.
I've actually never seen it.
Oh, okay.
Which is why I couldn't help you. It was like,
there you go. So it's fun, but it's, it's probably mid at best. Like for people who weren't kids, like we watched it, like when we watched it, and to appreciate the fun of it. But it reminded me of a very sort of Jingle All the Way, where like they swung big, they went for it. Everybody was like into their parts, but knew it was also a ridiculous Christmas movie.
Yeah. Like it really, I think what annoyed me with that movie is it should have been better than it was. It should have been funnier than it was. Like given the clear amount of budget it had, given the amount of talent it had, like the premise was interesting, I guess. But like I never laughed. Yeah, like I never laughed out loud once. And it's like a movie like that, I really wanted to. Like it just came up short time and time again for me.
The time that I laughed out loud once, and it was during the scene at the track meet.
Okay, that was okay. Yeah, if there was going to be a funny moment, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, and also I'm an easy laugh. So Alex and I watched it, and I don't know if it's he thought it was scary at points because there does take a dark turn. Yeah. However, I kept telling him it was going to have a happy ending because it's a Christmas movie. They all have happy endings. I was like, Shani, earmuffs real quick in case you watch it.
I don't think I will.
Okay. I was like, don't worry. He's not going to turn into the figure. It's going to be fine. And then when he turns into the figure, Alex is like, you lied. You said he was going to be fine. And I was like, he's still going to be fine. It's fine. She cheated. Santa's going to fix it.
Cheaters never prosper.
Yeah, cheaters never win. Well, they do sometimes, but they never prosper. You're right.
But not in a Christmas movie.
Yeah. But then at the very end, he was like, but why did he turn her into a figure? And I was like, because she was a naughty elf, and that was her punishment.
Yep. Although I will applaud them, David Alan Grier as Santa.
David Alan Grier was a good Santa.
He was a great Santa, real beard, very into it.
Nick Offerman was the guy, the guy from what's his name? Pip from the 1800s or whatever.
Yeah. So if you ever, wanted to hear Nick Offerman attempt to do a British accent, this is your movie.
Yes. I didn't recognize his voice until he, became a person, a real boy.
Yeah. I kept thinking, I was like, gosh, that looks like him, but why would they make him do a British accent? That doesn't make any sense. It must be another actor I don't know. No.
And then what's her name? Diana Ross's daughter, Tracy Ellis Ross. Yes, she was Tracy good Ellis too.
I love her. I love her in everything.
She kind of played like Rainbow, but Rainbow as her character from Blackish, if anybody out there, as the wife in a Christmas movie. Yeah, sort of. And I loved his daughter, the little girl, like the young one. Yeah. And I love when they put together that all their names were something to do with Christmas. That was funny. I laughed at that too. Yeah. I mean, it was so dumb, but I laughed. Like I said, I'm an easy laugh.
Yeah. So it wasn't bad. It certainly wasn't bad, but I just wanted more from it. I wanted it to be better.
Yeah. I think but the maniacal elf, she was in it. Peppermint.
Oh my God. I think she was so in it. She was driving me insane.
Yeah.
Because I liked that actress. I saw her in another movie. Some runs a marathon. But in any event,
yeah. What's her name?
Right.
I know exactly the runs a marathon movie. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Which is a great movie. Like totally recommend it. But I feel like she just like really.
Brittany runs a marathon.
Brittany runs a marathon. Very good. Highly recommend. Not a Christmas movie. but a good movie.
Yeah.
But I feel like she just really overacted in this movie, and like maybe that was sort of maybe that's the point. Like I'm
I think that
I'm a
was the
villain in a
point.
Christmas movie. Like I'm gonna like turn it up to 12, but like it was like a little too much for me.
The whole thing was the whole thing with her breaking into the house and then just leaving was so silly. I'm like, but what was she doing there? She didn't
All of it was
do
so
it.
silly.
Yeah. But I would put this above Best Christmas Ever, though.
Oh, yes. Yeah, agreed.
Okay. So what do we say? I think this is like a thumbs middle. I don't think you necessarily need to pass on it or watch it. I think that if Eddie Murphy humor is your thing and you like the cast, it's good cast.
Yeah. I think if we're grading on a curve of like this year's offering of new Christmas movies, it's one of the better ones from the crop we watched, I think.
From the crop we watched, yes. Okay. Next up is Family Switch.
I really enjoyed this.
I loved it. I
think
loved
this
it
one was
so
my
much.
favorite. Yeah, I think this one was my favorite.
I would
had the
watch
most
this again.
Concise
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Like the story had a beginning, a middle, and an end. It all made sense. The jokes were funny.
The jokes were
acting
funny.
Was good.
They were in their performances. The scene with Ed Helms. When he's like outside the room and the kid is inside tanking the Harvard whatever college audition,
Yale or something.
Yeah, like Jay and I were rolling. We were laughing so hard. I don't know. I thought that one was really, really fun. I'll let you guys talk. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, that was good. I was the one thing that I can't help but think of anytime I see any sort of like body switch movie is like, it's funny when it's like, oh, the daughter gets to find out what being lactose intolerant is like. But also you're like in your parents' but like it's like their genitals. Like that's just very weird to me.
You gotta suspend disbelief on that. Like
I just did not think about
that. You can't think about it too hard. You have to like keep it very base level. Otherwise, it's
like and their actual body and vice versa.
It's
not
real life.
Weird.
It's not real life. No.
Yeah. Well, it's like if you think too hard, the dog and the baby switched places.
That was my favorite. That was
hilarious.
You cannot think about that too hard.
No, but that one I'm here for. Like, no problems with that one. The rest of it, I'm like, oh, but yeah, oh. But yeah, no, but that's the only thing. But I thought it was hilarious. I really liked it. It was really fun.
What did you think about the neighbor that was trying to dog train them and had to train the baby and the dog? That was so funny.
It was
so
really funny,
but so funny.
I
know. It was like that whole thing was so unnecessary. Like literally, the only reason there was a baby in that family was so that they could the baby switches with the dog. Because otherwise, like that family that those ages should not have had a baby.
I know. Oh, so
it made
funny.
no sense other than the writer was like, I think a baby dog switch would be very funny.
Then the other thing is like how because they had to wish to be back in their original bodies at the same time as the rest of the family, but you can't really communicate that with the dog or the baby, so like that work. But again, not real.
Can't think about it too much.
Oh Lord.
Rita Moreno said it so.
Oh, Rita Moreno, she was great too. I knew she was. We called it.
As soon as she showed up, I'm like, oh, this is like a big thing. Like she's like the. Oh man.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I knew she was
totally
gonna
spoke all over you, and I'm still doing it. So just go.
No, I speak all over everybody all the time. I knew she was gonna show up in the car at the end to get them there.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Anything else on this movie? I would give this definite thumbs up. I'd rewatch this again.
Totally.
Yes. Yeah. But I think out of all the movies we watched, this is one I would actually go back to.
Yes.
Yeah, it was fun. Jennifer Garner is always good at, physical comedy in general.
Yes.
Trying to think if there was any other parts of this movie. I don't know. I just really liked it. I thought it was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a really deep bench. It was just like all these comedians that you knew from something.
Yeah.
It was nice to see Enid in a a more humorous thing.
Yes, that's right.
As opposed to Wednesday.
Yes, so Wednesday's roommate.
Right.
Wednesday's roommate was the daughter in this.
Yeah, that was fun.
She was fun. And then obviously Ed Helms was the dad. Jennifer Garner was the mom. I don't remember the actor that plays the brother, but the son. And then there was a baby and a dog baby, a baby dog.
And they're just very lucky that they had a neighbor who's a good dog trainer who was just available to just baby.
I think your dog and your I can't even do what was it, a Swedish accent, whatever it was. I think your dog and your baby are spending too much time together. Oh my god. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I love a Christmas movie that has like bloopers and outtakes during the credits.
Yes!
Yeah.
Like such a trope, but I love it. I really love it.
Always here for that.
Oh, me too.
Yes.
Me too.
And did you the actress from Sex Education, not Sex Education, from Sex Lives of College Girls. The actress from Sex Lives of College Girls was in it. The one that is the coffee shop coworker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Playing kind of the same character, but that's okay because I love her character in the show, so I loved it in the movie.
Yeah. And she's also in that Pirates new show that just came out.
Shit. Oh, there's a new pirate show?
No, it was based on an anime cartoon. It's driving me nuts. Hold on. Netflix pirate show.
Oh my god. I can't wait to see
One Piece. It's called One Piece. It's based on an old manga anime kind of thing. Yeah, she's in One Piece too. So I'm glad that she's getting work because I love her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, thumbs up for me. I say definitely watch.
Definitely.
If you love a good Freaky Friday, and who doesn't?
Yep.
Just don't think about the genitalia.
Just don't think about
Yes, don't think about the genitalia. Hey, how do you think the baby felt? He had to. Oh my god!
Again, totally fine for that one.
Yeah.
Because he's
how
not
many
like
times have I said there's not that much difference between babies and pets, and apparently we were exploring that.
Yeah. Oh, it's not like the baby's having deep thoughts about what it means to have a dog penis, you know.
But he knew to go on the potty as a dog.
Yes, and sit straight up.
I just want to know how much of that is like practical dog, like a well-trained dog, and how much of it was CGI.
I was kind of wondering that myself, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're moving through this a lot quicker than in years past, but that's because we really have that much to talk about. What else did you guys watch? Anything?
Well, like I mentioned at the beginning of the month, I rewatched that Norwegian Christmas series that I still highly recommend. Again, 2 seasons, 6 episodes each, 30-minute episodes, and it's in Norwegian. Just like have fun. It's a great time. And I rewatched Spirited, so that one's checked off again.
Nice.
Can't wait. Gonna watch it.
Shandy, Amanda, did you watch anything else?
I watched Feast of the Seven Fishes.
Yes, that's the only one I wish that I'd gotten to, but I didn't. Just okay? All right.
It's just okay. I think, if you've got the time, I think, anyone who is, Italian American and has Italian Christmas Eve, I think can find parts of this movie that they would that would resonate with them. But it's an indie film. It's the script is kind of like it's a little,
seems to be a theme this year.
Yeah, it's kind of like down on his luck guy, and like also, like, I didn't realize there were like large populations of Italian Americans in like coal country, but apparently you learn something new. Yeah, apparently. So it's like this small town, like in coal country, sort of on the West Virginia, like Pennsylvania, sort of Pittsburgh area. And, he like wants to go to art school, but he like works at his like dad's deli. And it also takes place in the 80s because, why not? Nostalgia.
Why not?
It's the kid. The main actor is he's in. I think most people would know him from if you watch Righteous Gemstones on
Okay.
Max. He plays Danny McBride's oldest son. I don't watch. I've watched some of the show, so I couldn't tell you the character's name, but it's that's the actor, and he meets this girl, and she's not Italian, and it's like this meet cute, and he comes over for like Italian Christmas Eve, and it's just kind of like a story you've seen before done better, but
Fair enough.
but it was fun. I did learn. I did not realize that Feast of the Seven Fishes doesn't necessarily have to be 7, but it does need to be an odd number of fishes, which I didn't know.
Really?
Like, yeah,
Why
my
is
family
that?
can only, and they sort of do a thing. We're like, well, we don't really know, but we think it has something to do with the sacraments. And it's like, because my family growing up, we don't do 7, we do 3. It's like, so long as it's an odd number, you're okay. We do 3 fishes.
Interesting. So we did the 7. I thought it was 9, but again, I could just be wrong.
But also an odd number, so.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah. So, if you got some time.
Is that a challenge?
I would say watch it, but like if you miss it, if you want to watch A Christmas Prince again, I think that's probably a better use of your time.
I do want to go back and rewatch all those. All right, well, and that's on what was it on again?
It's on Netflix.
Netflix. Okay. The 2 that did you watch? You didn't watch any others, right?
No, but I did have a note about Murderville, because I know you mentioned that was
yes. Oh, yes. Thank you I forgot to write that on my list.
Yeah.
Yes. So we finished it.
Did you like it?
It was so dumb. I loved it.
I know, it's so dumb. And again, I watched this last year, so my memory of it is pretty fuzzy, but enough when like you were talking about it, I was like, wait, no, I've seen this before.
And all of a sudden, Pete Davidson's there as a rookie or whatever, or something.
Yeah.
And just breaking character nonstop.
As he does.
Trying to make everybody laugh.
Yeah. And it's a funny premise how like, the person, like an actor will come in and like, they don't know, they have to just like, it's kind of like an improv class come to life in a TV show.
It was an improv. Absolutely. Because it made no fucking sense.
No,
even the killer made no sense. None of it made any sense, but I still thought it was really funny.
Yeah.
It was like going to a murder dinner theater, but like interactive.
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of like a prototype for like Jury Duty. Like it's sort of that idea, but almost in reverse.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I might watch more of that show.
Yeah.
Jay's watched the whole thing. I had never seen it, so.
I've only seen that episode because I think sort of same thing. It was like after our Christmas movie roundup last year, and I was like, oh, I'm like in the Christmas movie thing. Like, what else can we watch that's short?
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you like where it's streaming. Like, is it Max?
I don't fucking know.
Right? We like stumbled upon it. But yeah, I would be curious to watch other episodes and see if they are equally as funny.
Yeah, or just ridiculous.
Yeah, which is probably more the case.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so I watched Reporting for Christmas, which was on Hulu, and I appreciated the commercial breaks, to be honest, because I was able to do things while watching it. I was trying to like work and stuff, and I can't work with TV on, so like I would mute the commercials, and I'm like, please let this be a 3-minute break so I can get 3 minutes of things. It was cute. It was your very stereotypical, romantic holiday meet cute rom-com-y movie. She was a reporter. She went to in like Chicago. She went to a small town in like Iowa or Idaho or someplace that wasn't Chicago or Illinois.
Those are very different.
They are. It was someplace. Anyway.
Somewhere that's not here.
Somewhere that wasn't Illinois. And she had to do a reporting on a story for their biggest sponsor, which is this like big toy company that's still family run. And it's like the whole industry of this one little small town. So she just needs to do a profile on them and their like big selling toy. And of course, she ends up falling in love with the heir to the company and blah, 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 There was one point though where I thought he was going to be the one that moves to Chicago with her, but no, it ended with her moving there. But like they really made it seem like that was, you know, like, and I was like, oh my god, I think I'm gonna love this movie if it ends up with him leaving his whatever. But
alas, I've seen a lot of those memes going around about like would love to see the reverse Christmas music movie.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, I never got to watch the Cowboy for Christmas one or the Biltmore Christmas because I couldn't find where the Biltmore one was streaming. Because you can watch Hallmark movies through Peacock, but I couldn't find there were no new ones, so I was just like, oh fuck this, I don't care that much. But I did make an effort. I made an attempt. And then the other one, I finally watched The Nine Cats of Christmas.
Oh my goodness, did it live up? Did it live up?
It sure did.
Oh, good. I'm so glad.
I watched it over the course of 2 days just because I had, you know, things to do. And I can't do things while I'm watching, while I have noise. So I had to pause it at one point and be like, Colin, you gotta pause this. You got some things you gotta get done here. But no, I rented it from Prime. It was 99 cents. Great.
Money well spent.
I kind of wanted to watch the first one then because I had watched it, 2 years ago now? So I kind of forgotten, but thankfully Wikipedia was able to catch me up. And because this sequel was made like 8 or 9 years after the original movie came out, they did a lot of like in your face reminding you what had happened previously.
They know their audience. They know how much attention they bring to these films.
Exactly. But no, I thought it was really cute. It wasn't, you know, essentially he's a firefighter and somebody left a box of kittens at the firehouse and they had broken up and she had moved away. She was coming back home for Christmas and she's a vet and she had opened her own practice in Miami. So she was going back home to wherever they live for Christmas and they ran into each other and, you know, blah, 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 and ended up getting back together in the end, which, you know,
yeah.
There was no doubt in my mind. I would have gotten back with Brandon Roth too.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's so dreamy. But no, it was cute. I'm glad I watched it. I'm so glad that the saga of me trying to find this fucking sequel has come to an end. So yeah, that was that. I'm still planning on watching more movies throughout the week, just to be in the holiday spirit. So I will mention anything next week that I've watched. And if you guys end up watching anything else, you know, it's not an assignment. Just talk about it next week.
Oh, I'm 100% watching Spirited again. Cannot wait.
Excellent.
I think watching this crop of movies just made me want to watch Spirited all the more. And I was like, no,
all the more.
You got to watch new ones. You got to watch new ones. And I was like, I just want that Christmas morning feeling. That's all I want.
Christmas morning feeling. Da, 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 da. Okay, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we've got feedback. All right, we are back and ready to get into some feedback. The most wonderful feedback of the year. I don't know why that song has been in my head. Anyway, and we'll start with the facey back. Margaret says, what about Violent Night? It had us laughing all the way through, grossed out in places too. I don't remember the trailer for the movie being funny, it's irreverent. I did to say it's on Prime and I think Peacock. I watched Violent Night last year and I loved it. It's the one that's Home Alone meets Die Hard with David Harbour from Stranger Things.
Yes.
Yes, I really liked it, but yeah, it's pretty violent. Not gonna lie. Essentially, he plays Santa Claus, and he gets stuck in a house with home invaders of rich people, and they've got to. This is my house. I've got to protect it. But it wasn't his house. It was somebody else's house. He just really wanted to go home.
Okay.
Not die. Anyway, I really liked it. Yeah, definitely check that out if you're into action movies, gory action movies. Speaking of Home Alone, we went to Shandy's Christmas concert this weekend.
Yes, thank you for coming.
Yeah, so the boys and I went, and it was lovely.
Yeah,
and ended with a sing along, and everybody enjoyed that.
Yes, thank you for recording that little video. It was such a treat to get to pretend I was there for a moment. It was so good.
You're welcome. I would have recorded it longer, except you heard Alex at the end. He's like, "Put the phone down," or whatever he said. I was like, all right. Jeez, Dad. Yeah, so yeah, it was great though. It was really, really fun.
Yay.
And then Alex said that he would go back again next year, which is really
I hope we do that concert again next year. That was a first.
Because at first he was like, during the 3 instrumentals in the second half before you guys came back on, he was like, "Can we go home now? Are they done singing?" I was like, "Shh." And he hated the Nutcracker one.
That's fair.
But Zachary loved it. He was like, "This one's boring," and Zach's like, "Shut up, I like it."
Aw.
So it was really, really funny. And then he liked the jazz one, so that kind of got
him
nice.
Okay.
So yeah, but it was so Shandy did a Home Alone medley, and the third song is not from Home Alone 1, it's from Home Alone 2.
2 of the songs, I will have you know, are from Home Alone 2.
Oh.
But the middle one's in both, isn't it?
The middle one's in the first one, and the first and third one are in the second one.
The first one's got to be in the first one too, right?
No.
Candles in the window. Isn't that the first one that you
I
sang?
thought it was.
It is. It is.
That song's in the first movie.
We played the soundtrack on the way home, and then everybody fell asleep. So then I was just listening to the soundtrack by myself for an hour.
Let me see.
Regardless, while you're looking that up, Alex was like, the third one he didn't recognize, and he's like, and Zach was sitting next to me, and they're like, "Where is this in Home Alone?" And I was like, "I don't know, but it's in it." And Alex is just like, "1 or 2, mommy? Is it in 1 or 2?" And I was just like, shh. There are people sitting around us that don't care which Home Alone this was in. 1 or 2. And it was like, which one? I don't know which one it's in. But yeah.
Okay, wait, no, maybe it is in. Anyway. Yeah.
Regardless, they were all in a Home Alone.
Yes.
It was a John Williams medley.
Yes.
Oh, so good.
Yeah. But no, it was great. It was really, really great, Shandy.
Yay.
And I'm sorry we won't be there for the big one on Saturday.
Oh, that's totally fine.
You're doing Handel's Messiah again, right?
Yes.
Oh, so good. So good, Messiah.
But that's like not really. It's not so much for like the kids.
No.
There might be kids that like that, but probably not.
I think Zach would be into it, but I think Alex's attention span without recognizing it, I think that would be pushing it.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah. Oh, and then one of the songs had a sitar in it, and they brought out the sitar player.
Oh,
and
fun.
Of course, Alex, who else, starts fucking singing "Within You, Without You" by the Beatles. And I was like, shh, they don't want to hear you sing the Beatles. He's like, but the sitar. And I was like, I know, baby, I know. We can play that in the car too on the way home. But, yeah.
So when you look up Home Alone original motion picture soundtrack, that song is not on there.
The Candles
Somewhere
in the Window
in my memory.
It's in there.
Definitely in it.
Well, it's not on the list on. And if you look up Home Alone 2 soundtrack. Home Alone 2 Lost in New York.
No, it's not. It's the main title.
Even for the first one? Oh yeah. Why is it not on the see? So it comes up when in Home Alone 2 Lost in New York, it comes up on the soundtrack.
I think it's in both. However,
maybe they just couldn't maybe they didn't have the rights to put it on the soundtrack. I feel like that's pretty common to have a movie
Jay was saying the digital one is different than some other one. Like there's different versions of the soundtrack because the White Christmas version is what you can't like listen. It's like whited out. Like they don't have the rights for it. So it's on the original soundtrack if you have the CD from the 90s, but it's not in the digital version. So it is a little bit different.
Right. And a CD, you're limited to like how much time, whereas like a digital release is a little more like you have more flexibility. Like only a certain amount of minutes will fit on a CD.
Yeah.
But Merry Christmas is definitely on the
Home Alone
movie soundtrack. Yeah.
Okay. Which He's so funny. 1 or 2. It was so intense though. It was like 1 or 2. And I was like, I don't know. I guess 2, maybe. I don't know. I'm not singing it.
Just gonna have to ask Shandy at the end of the concert.
Please leave me alone. Okay. Moving back into the Facey Back. Let's see. Dennis said, I was so disappointed with Hannah Waddington Home for Christmas special on Apple TV, stuffed with Ted Lasso actors with goofy segments, guest performers I've never heard of for the most part, and Hannah going through the entire show with this, oh my, I can't believe how famous I've become attitude. Not to take anything away from her singing and talent, but the production came off as amateurish. And then Debbie responded, it reminded me of the specials they did in the 60s, which I think we did kind of sort of bring that up, that definitely had a more variety show feel of days gone past.
Yeah.
But I could see why you would think that, Dennis. Like we didn't know a lot of the guests either. So, I mean, other than the Ted Lasso guests, but yeah, I could see that opinion. Holly says, Last Christmas with Emilia Clarke is pretty cute. I'm normally not a rom-com person, but I like this one. It's from 2019, but it's streaming on Hulu. That's the one where she loses her memory, right?
Oh, I don't know. I've never heard of it.
I'm pretty sure that's the one where she I know which movie this is. I know which movie this is. Christmas movie.
Oh shoot! Yes, you should write movie because if you just put Last Christmas, you get the
Wham song. Okay, so it's with Henry Golding, who wasn't. That's the Crazy Rich Asians guy.
Yes,
and Michelle Yeoh and Emma Thompson.
Oh man, I'm here for this.
Yes. It's on Netflix, I think. And okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I don't want to spoil this, but I do know this movie. I haven't seen it, but yeah, good times. I'm not going to say anything more. Watch it if you want to. The end. No, because I believe it has a reveal at the end, and I don't want to spoil it for you guys because
yeah.
Thank you, Holly. That's always been on my list, but I've never watched it for some reason. So perhaps I will check it out this year.
Yeah.
And then sorry, what do you say?
Just said looks good. Yeah.
And then Margaret says holiday switch or family switch. I thought this was cute and entertaining. It's also very predictable and similar to every other Switch type movie. Ed Helms and Jennifer Garner were good at this. If you have kids, it could be a fun movie night. And Gail said I couldn't get through this one. I did think of the little boy as a dog was pretty funny, especially when he was rubbing his butt across the carpet. Okay, so regarding Candy Cane Lane, Margaret said, I thought this was really good. Nice twist for a Christmas movie. Probably the best of the new movies out this year. Sorry, I haven't seen anything that's just in theaters yet. And then regarding Best Christmas Ever, I heard this was a train wreck and to avoid it. Now I think you heard it twice.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a voicemail from Maggie. We're going to play this voicemail. Maggie, I know you have a couple of voicemails. This one I know you had said was related to holiday movies. So we're going to play this one this week to keep on topic, on theme. Here we go.
Hey, Amanda, Shandy, and Colleen. It's Maggie. I'm calling in with a voice memo because I left too many voicemails last week, which I think you're playing this week at the Christmas show. We'll see. All right. Last week, Amanda, you mentioned something about being all caught up on podcasts, and how does that happen? So I was sick over Thanksgiving and with COVID, so I had to be by myself and isolated, and my roommate was out of town, so I was by myself for Thanksgiving weekend. So I listened to a lot of podcasts. So I did get caught up on podcasts. Yeah, it was, and I was waiting for ones to download on Monday because I had listened to a lot. So yes. You guys also mentioned something about chains and people like not wanting to go and eat at new places or eating at new places. So because I have food allergies, I am not a very adventurous eater when I want to eat somewhere that I know is safe because I could get sick from it. So that's my reason for not wanting to go to new places. I think it drives some of my friends nuts just a little bit. And I totally, from like 2 weeks ago, you guys talked about like the EMTs and underwear being clean or underwear not having holes in it or something. I totally remember being told that by my mother. I don't know what kind of way that came from, but yeah, like they're really going to be looking at your underwear. Another thing that like my parents like drilled into me was like turning off the lights to save energy. They really like did that. I turn lights off all the time. All the time. I hate when lights are left on. And last week there were 2 Children of Men references in different podcasts last week. I guess I need to rewatch it. You guys mentioned Clive Owen. And yeah, gotta love Children of Men. Such a good movie. At least that I remember it was. As for Christmas things, I watched Best Christmas Ever with Heather Graham and Brandy. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I liked Heather Graham's skepticism. I liked Brandy's just loving the season. The kids were cute. I enjoyed it. It was fun. I have watched Hannah Waddingham. I keep wanting to say Hannah Waddingham's Home for Christmas twice over the weekend, putting up the Christmas tree. It was very, very enjoyable. Love it, love it, love it. I've been listening to the music. And I watched a Charlie Brown Christmas. And that's all I've watched so far. But it took me till like last week to get into the Christmas spirit. So I'm there. All right, ladies. Can't wait to hear about what other movies I should watch with my next few days before Christmas. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
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 Okay, Maggie, couple of things. First, I also hate when lights are left on. Very, very much so. I will, even if I'm running late, I will take the time to go and shut a light off, even if I know that it's like me shutting a light off or like missing a plane. I'm not even kidding. I can't leave it on. I just can't have it on. And then, so the food allergies thing. So that's what we talked about, like, you know, why would you go to like a TGI Fridays instead of like because you had a new restaurant that opened in town, Shandy.
Yeah, and that's like a totally valid excuse or reason, not excuse, I guess. I mean, I wasn't just necessarily saying that you always have to go somewhere new. I was just saying that, like, local restaurants are typically better than chain restaurants. That's all. But I get if you have like a place that you know that they don't put certain things in and that you know that you can trust them.
Yeah.
Right. That's totally fair.
Yeah, for peace of mind. But I suppose I would say that Shandy, in your situation of like a new restaurant, it's small, it's independent. I would assume that places like that are very accommodating to people with food allergies. Also, if you just asked your server and clearly stated what your allergies were. I think a lot of those restaurants, smaller restaurants, really want your business and, you know, want to make sure you have a good experience at their establishment. And don't get sick. No restaurant wants someone to get sick from their food.
Yeah, that too.
It's a real bummer for everybody.
Oh, and then she said the thing about the underwear. Okay, I don't know if it's because we talked about this, but I got a targeted, like, you know, the For You. Well, you guys aren't on Twitter. The For You section of Twitter, like, this just popped up. I have no idea who this woman is, but the tweet was, Am I losing it, or did people say make sure to wear cute underwear every day in case you get into a car accident and the fire department has to cut your pants off?
That's like it.
Wow.
People did say that, and it's wild.
So a ER doctor retweeted it, who I don't follow, but looks like Dennis follows her. So maybe that's why she popped up in this whole thing popped up for me. But ER doc here, if we're cutting off your your underwear during an emergency, 1, it is rarely, if ever, clean. 2, you aren't getting it back anyway. 3, we weren't looking because we're trying to save your life, your leg, etc. Wear underwear or don't wear underwear, but don't text and drive.
There you go. That is the takeaway.
But I thought that was so funny that ended up showing up. Like, we just talked about it. So yeah, it has a happy ending.
Listening.
Yes, seriously. Okay, well, thanks, Maggie. And we will have to play the other voicemails next week.
Indeed.
Okay, and then we have an email from Matt, and that's what she said. And yeah, and then this movie's over.
All right, so Matt wrote into us some holiday entertainment feedback, and he writes in, "Hey broads, here's some more holiday fare. Adult Swim Yule Log, aka The Fireplace. I think I saw this only after you recorded last year's show. This one is definitely not for everyone. From Too Many Cooks, Casper Kelly, it starts as typical Yule log and was promoted as such. After that, it turns into surreal horror as the fireplace is the central location to murder hillbillies, time travel, aliens, and a lethal log, among others. So basically what you'd expect from the guy who made Too Many Cooks, Max. The Holdovers. I've already seen the articles arguing for its inclusion into the Christmas canon, and I agree that it has a legit claim. Paul Giamatti, reuniting with writer-director Alexander Payne, plays a professor at a prep school who is stuck having to take care of the kids who can't make it home over Christmas break 1970. During the break, he connects with a smart young man with a chip on his shoulder and a cook who lost her son in Vietnam. Really wonderful film that captures that quiet melancholy of the holidays. On demand and theaters."
Okay.
I also caught up with Dash and Lily, which you've talked about a lot. It is cute, and I can see how it resonated with you in 2020 as something nice in that dreadful year. Looking it up, I saw that the book it's based on was written by the same pair, Rachel Cohn and David Levithan, who wrote Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, and there are definite similarities. The other night, I also watched Polar Express because my stepdad wanted to, and oh my god, this looks like some sub-PlayStation 3 caliber computer animation here. Doesn't help the film is what happens when you take a 30-page picture book and turn it into a 100-minute movie. It makes the third act of Elf look like the first 2 acts of Elf. Godzilla -1. Okay, this one isn't Christmas related at all. It just fucking rules. And I think there's some snow in Over the Garden.
Yes. We'll get to that. I still to do the murder at the end of the world, and like, there's just such a long list. It's so overwhelming.
Happy holidays, Matt.
Godzilla -1. Jay wanted to take the kids to see that. On Saturday, he was trying to convince them to go with him to see that instead of the concert. But they were like, no, we're going to go to this thing.
Aww.
So, but yeah, we've heard it rules. Godzilla really isn't my thing.
Nor mine.
Like, I can do all the nerdy stuff, but like, and I'll watch it, but like the kaiju stuff has never really been like, my thing in general.
Yeah.
It's funny you say Dash and Lily. This year, I was not allowed to put Dash and Lily on until after Jay had heard Last Christmas, because it from Whamageddon.
Yeah.
Whamageddon. He was participating in it last year or 2 years ago, and that song plays in like the second episode, and he was just like, "God damn it!"
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, thanks for all these recommendations.
It's true. This is Matt, you're the second person that has recommended the Holdovers within the past couple of days to me. So it's definitely like in the water, as it were. and it certainly has checks a lot of boxes for me. So I think that's one I will certainly be looking into. I like Alexander Payne's movies. I really liked Sideways. So I would imagine I would like this movie too.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, and the Polar Express is just so boring. It's like 3 hours of just boring.
I've never seen it, and I don't intend to.
Yeah, you have a kid. You're going to see it at some point.
I don't know. She's content to just watch Frozen for the rest of our lives. We danced around to Love is an Open Door for 15 minutes today.
I love that.
I can. Sing on it.
I love that. I love that so much. Okay, let's finish this up with a quick Matt's What She Said. And it is Hannah Waddingham. I can't believe we've said Hannah Waddington like 70 times. And
that's
never
literally what's in my notes. I like Googled it and I was like, what?
It sounds right. Okay. I had it up to do it.
People would just throw on their flashers and wait for them to pull out.
It was our first time and maybe our last.
We didn't get inside.
I can make it happen on Tuesday.
I still have to do it here.
Matt's on it.
I went through a phase. It's been a while. Doesn't mean I won't go back.
Maybe we don't need the facial part.
I'm on it. It won't be as pretty as you make it.
We're going to do it for real this week.
Thanks, Matt. That was a good crop.
That was a good crop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I think that is where this show ends. Second to last episode of the year.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
We will see you all next week. Hopefully you can make us the same Zoom link as always. I'll post it in the Facebook group. Hopefully you can make it. We'd love to see everybody for a little while. We've been keeping our shows tighter lately. So chances are we'll be done by 10:30. But yeah, can't wait to, hopefully I really, really can't wait to see everybody. I hope you guys can make it. On that note, thank you to the patrons, especially the ones that contribute a certain level. And that'd be Eckhart Rigner, Maggie the Magnificent Joanne with a Plan, and the other creepy poopy head mailman. If you'd like to become a patron, you can go to patreon.com/Jay and Jack. It'll be too late by the time you guys hear this, but Jamie and Jack and I and Shandy, we're going to record that bonus thing. I swear to God, we're getting to it.
We are.
We really, really are. But we're doing this week and next week for the finale. We'll be doing Survivor JJC live on YouTube at I believe it's 8:00, I think, but it'll be on the Thursday. So stay tuned for the time. I think it's 8:00 on, or maybe it's 7:00. I don't know. Whatever. Just stay tuned for that. But it'll be Thursday, not Wednesday, because it is Survivor ends hella late. It goes to like midnight on those nights. So I ain't podcasting at midnight. I'm going to bed. All right. Okay. So anybody else have anything?
Nope.
No.
All right. Well, it was a pleasure as always. I love watching Christmas movies with you guys.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite things that we do.
I know. Yes. I love it so much.
Yes.
All right. On that note, everybody, my name is Colleen.
My name is Amanda.
And I'm Shandy.
Peace out.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Ho, ho, ho.
Jingle, jingle, jingle. Do, 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 do.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
And you, and you, and you.
Bye.